So he's going to quote from our sources, as he claimed, to show that Shia was mentioned by Prophet Rasul sallallahu alayhi wa alihi wa sahbihi wa sallam.
Oh my days. You know what? So after I absolutely destroyed Shamsi in my previous video, right? Proved him to be a liar, a kadhab, a jahil, an illiterate, a whatever I was shown. You can refer to that video if you want to see it. Now he's come back and said, right, okay, so this Shia has used 5 Sunni sources where he's shown that the Prophet said, oh, well, you and your Shia are in paradise, right? He goes, okay, I'm going to go look at these sources and have a look. Right, do you know what he's done then? I've given the sources, right? He's gone and looked at the physical books. In-book reference is not the same as online reference. Online reference is not the same as the English translation reference. And you said it yourself. Different publications, different editions, different references. So he's gone to look for these 5 in the 5 sources that I gave him. But because the guy is such an illiterate jahil who couldn't even find the narrations, even though I gave him the chapter number, the verse number, the book cover, everything, hadith number, he still couldn't find it. So let's spoon feed this jahil and let's show this Nasibi and expose him for his ignorance yet again.
So, my dear brothers and sisters, say Alhamdulillah Ahl Sunnati wal Jama'ah. Remember, he mentioned volume 2, page 655. Okay? I have the tab'ah. And he cannot say no, it's different prints. Because he showed the same print which I do have, the same edition. Here we go. So, this is the book he mentioned. Or he showed in his screen. And by the way, he never showed us the page. He was just quoting the passages. No, he quoted the passage from his own head. But he quoted the references without showing us from the book. Kitab Fada al-Sahaba Dar Ibn Jawzi. Let us go to the page which is 655, correct? I will show you that he's the page 655. Let us see. Sorry, because bear with me. 655. 645. Okay, we're not far. And if you notice, already the book is finished. It's just index and catalog. Okay, 655. It's not there. Is not there at all, ya kadhab.
So the first one that I mentioned was what? Was Fadail al-Sahaba by Ahmad ibn Hanbal, volume 2, page 65. This is Fadail al-Sahaba. This is volume 2. This is page 655. And there it is, you jahil. Read it. Then I mentioned Hilyat al-Awliya. Here's that one. Then I mentioned Tarikh Baghdad. Here's that one. Then I mentioned Majma Zawaid by al-Haythami. Here's that one. And then the 5th one that I mentioned was Suwaik al-Muhrika, chapter 11, section 1. Here it is. So that's the 5 that I quoted. I've just shown you the matan of all 5. Just because you couldn't find them doesn't mean they're not there. You can't even reference properly. How are you expected to find references? And also, just add salt to his wounds. Let's just show him 2 more, right? Tafsir Tabari here says the same thing about the Shias. And Tafsir Durr Mansur by Jalaluddin Suyuti here says the exact same thing about the Shias. So that's now 7 Sunni references for my statement. But why don't you refute the rest of my video, where I exposed you for lying? Come on, refute the rest of the video. Sakalakta ummuk ya harami.